Look what I found. Can you Google this for me?
Have you ever seen these?
Nope, it's all Greek to me. What is it?
Symbols, but I don't know what they stand for.
Go to the library, dude.
Can't help.
Alright, let's show her the other one, even though I know she's not gonna know.
What do you make of this?
What's this? Something you drew?
No, not exactly my style. They're symbols of some kind. Any idea what they mean?
Beats me. Maybe it's a secret language.
I wonder if I can. I guess I can't go back to the prison and ask Michael about them.
Judy's computer is practically.
Well, that wasn't trying to get. We're trying to give to her. I want to give her opinion on
Check out this
stuff.
map I found in Mike's apartment.
A map of what?
A secret
I think it
hut.
marks the location of Mike's meeting spot with this secret society.
Looks like it's in the East McConney Forest. I'm sorry to tell you, Richie, that's not exactly a nice neck of the woods. You don't want to know how many bodies we found dragged out of there. Nice spot, though, if you're looking to meet some rapists and murderers.
Well, I feel better now.
Well, at least we
Be
made it out
careful.
alive. What do you think about these prescription drugs for seizures?
What do you know about these pills?
Who prescribed you those? You alright?
Yeah, I'm fine. They're for someone else.
So, why are you bothering me with this?
Every time I'm like, oh, she's kind of being kind of sweet, and then that comes out. Alright, let me go. I don't know why I feel like I should go show my daughter these, but like, I want her to see them. Because, who knows, like, she could be studying ancient Mesopotamia. What do you think of this
I don't
map?
want Patricia to know.
Oh, that's right. Does that mean he also doesn't want her to know about this?
I don't want Patricia.
Okay. Because we've been able to show her several items. Okay, so we've got these nuke documents. I was thinking we were going to take them to the library because that's where research happens. He says, I wish I had time to sit down and read books or something like this, but like, we definitely have time to like go over
I'd
this.
love to sit down for a close reading of this.
You think she's going to know because she's old and wise? She might.
I'm sorry to bother you again. Can you tell me anything about these symbols?
She's a librarian. She's full of wisdom and knowledge.
Why, of course.
Sumerian.
These are ancient Sumerian symbols. Cuneiform,
They're
to be more
Akkadian almost.
precise. One of the oldest forms of writing.
Cuneiform.
Wow, you really know your stuff. Are you able to read them?
I recognize
Like
what they
national
are,
treasure,
but I have
dude.
no idea how to read them.
That's okay. Thank you anyway. This has been very helpful.
How about, can you help me
Okay,
find
this is
books
helpful.
about these?
Those symbols are Sumerian cuneiform.
This is what I was
should look
thinking,
into
dude.
that.
I'm gonna tell you in a
No
minute.
point in asking Judy for help with this. She's as much of a history buff as I am a sports fan. I'll do some research on my own.
Okay, so the whole time that Michael is talking to us, saying that these people are aliens, I'm thinking, how does this connect to Mesopotamia? And I wanted to say Sumerian, but I didn't because I wasn't actually sure. I couldn't remember. But I mean, it's all the same time period. So like one of the popular beliefs, and like if you study like Sumerian stuff, is the idea that there's these beings who are depicted in the art. They look like what we think like modern day aliens. Like we see, you know, we make sci-fi movies and stuff. So like when we see those images, you know, I think they have people with like glass, we don't know if they're glass, but you know, like circles over their head, you know, like, oh, like an astronaut or blah. Anyways, there's a bunch of images, like even like spaceships and like ancient Sumerian art that depicts what looks like aliens or like flying saucers and stuff like this. So that is the tie-in then to the figures that I saw on the title screen, right? Anyways, it's starting to make sense. I didn't know we were going to be dealing with aliens. You know? That's the thing. Like, I say Akkadian, right? Akkadian, a cuneiform. So, Akkadian is written in a cuneiform script, developed from that of the Sumerians. That is so cool. Okay, so Akkad is what Akkadian comes from. Akkad, it was a major center of Mesopotamian civilization. Okay, there's all the connections. For whatever reason, I associate Akkadian with Greece. And I wonder why. I wonder where I've heard this word from that made me associate with that. It was adopted from the Sumerian scripts. So I feel like I'm just a little ahead. I need to go further back into the past. All right, wait, let's show her these symbols because she told us like, oh, it's cuneiform. What about this, lady?
I'm sorry to bother you. Are you familiar with these symbols?
I'm sorry, dear.
Yeah, these
I've
ones are
never
more
seen anything
mysterious.
like that before.
All right. Thanks anyway.
Thanks anyways. Okay, so we need to do the research on our own. You think she's gonna let us use this computer now? Probably not, but let's see. Oh, now we can just use it all willy-nilly with no library cards. You just trust
Keyword
us now?
Sumerian. Let's see what this library has. Here's the most recent article, published a year ago. It says, From Archaeology to Psychiatry, Professor Dr. Cornelius Blake, Ph.D., a talented professor from St. George's University, is a well-known biologist. The professor's academic interests, however, extend beyond the biology courses he teaches at the university level. Blake's research in biology has made him a contender for the Nobel Prize, but he is also a historian and one of the nation's top experts on ancient Sumer and Egypt. He is one of a handful of people in the United States capable of translating ancient Sumerian cuneiform, from which he has received
Cuneiform.
several awards. His accomplishments do not end there. He is also a brilliant mind in psychology and psychiatry. Most recently, he was part of a team from Washington Medical University that made historic breakthroughs in treating several challenging cases of schizophrenia.
Hmm.
Interesting.
That is very interesting. My
I should
brain.
visit the university and talk to Professor Blake. If he can translate Sumerian symbols, that would be a huge help. My guess is this secret society uses this ancient language as a code of some kind.
Or maybe they're aliens and that's like their original language, but who knows? Okay, you know what's so interesting? Let's see if I can remember before my brain starts disappearing. Oh my gosh, it's gone. My thought's gone. Man, what was I gonna say? Something about, oh, just like I'm all about this. I love all of this stuff. But there was something else I was gonna say. Oh, it's very much like National Treasure. That's what I was gonna say. Hey, can I Google these words?
Contrary to popular belief, you can't look everything up on the internet.
I gave a whole speech about that the last time I played this game. The books are better. Believe it. Alright, we're going to a university. Back to college. University where? What state are we in? This place is huge. This is crazy. Like this one guy can like he can read Sumerian. Reminds me of Nicolas Cage's mom. I forgot what the language it was that she was able to translate or whatever.
It's an electrical breaker box.
What? We're gonna do this again?
It's closed.
We're just gonna turn off the lights? Hold on, let's go look around first.
This place is huge. I really don't need to wander around. I'm too old to pass for a student.
No, you're not. You could be a non-traditional student. I was. By like 1 year, I think.
Somebody wrote, "We don't need no education."
Uh,
I had the same attitude when I was in school. I don't need that. Somebody wrote,
okay.
"What can I say? It's a door."
Yeah, open it. Oh, very swanky laboratory. Kind of, what?
I've always been fascinated by microscopes. There's so much that our eyes can't see.
Very true.
I don't really know how to use that. I don't want to break it.
We technically shouldn't be touching anything in here.
Cabinets. I can't search through these table doors while Blake is here.
Is that the guy we came to see?
Chemistry was never my thing.
Same. Although I love the idea of chemistry because it makes me think absolutely of alchemy.
I don't need that. Chemistry. This machine almost looks like a microwave to me. I haven't got the slightest idea how to use that.
There's this YouTuber.
Technology was never my thing.
I think his name is Nile Red. Oh my gosh, one of my favorites. And even though I can't remember his name right now. But like Nile Red, something like this. And he does a bunch of different experiments. Really, really cool. Really cool channel. Like, you know, chemistry stuff.
Chemistry was never my thing.
We got it.
Cabinet. Chemistry was all-around genius Professor Blake. I hope I won't bother him too much.
Very interesting if this is his office because, like, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what his hobbies are, his
Blake
interests.
keeps his workspace very neat. I wish I was that organized.
I could be more organized too.
I don't need anything there. A desk drawer. I wonder what's inside it. I can't search. Blake keeps Blake keeps safety first. I don't need that.
Yet, we left that candle burning in that lab.
What can I say?
Okay, Mr. Blake, sir. Mr. Professor Blake,
Professor.
sir.
Good afternoon.
I've got so
My
many
name is Richard.
questions.
Do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
I'm a bit busy at the moment, but seeing as how you've already interrupted me, what can I do for you?
It's really serious.
I've read some very interesting things about you.
Is that so? What about?
About your work. You've published papers in an extraordinary number of fields. History, anthropology, biology, psychology.
You exaggerate. I just helped with the translations. Once you know a language, you know it in every subject.
That's
At
true.
one time, I helped a few people suffering from schizophrenia.
That's what I was going to
That's
comment
all.
on. Schizophrenia.
Wow, that's still very impressive. It's an honor to speak to someone like you.
Oh, please. Journalists like to pitch us as academic heroes so they can sell their articles. If they wrote about my Intro to Biology course, which I teach every day, no one would give a damn.
You're too humble. Goodbye, Professor.
That's it?
Goodbye.
That's not. Well, I have this theory about schizophrenia and mental illness, but basically, like, I think some of the stuff that people see is real. Like, your mind is shattered from being able to access alternate dimensions. And I feel like that fits in with this game. Okay, now, let's get into this. Read this for me,
I'd like your help with something.
please.
I'll see what I can do, but you don't look like a student. What's this about?
I understand you can translate Old Sumerian text. Is that right?
That's correct. I completed my dissertation on Sumerian literature during the Third Dynasty of Ur. But I'm sorry, I don't offer tutoring on the subject.
Can you just tell me what
If you
this says,
want
please?
to learn more about Sumerian language,
Oh, you can buy my book?
Forgotten Art and Literature in the Middle East. It's in the campus bookstore.
Is there a way to
Maybe
decipher?
another time. I'm only looking to translate one piece of paper.
Can I see it?
Here.
Dude, if I could read Sumerian, I would be translating everything.
Interesting. It appears to be a particularly early form of Sumerian writing, and yet it's been written on parchment less than 50 years old. Where did you get this?
Just tell me what it says,
I'm
please.
sorry. That's a private matter. I'd rather not say. I'll pay you for the translation, of course.
No, payment won't be necessary. I relish the opportunity to dig into texts I've never seen before.
Then why did he
Hold on a
deny me
moment.
earlier?
What is it?
That's what I'm talking
Sir,
about.
You must tell me where you got
He's
this.
kind of scaring me. I'm kind of
I'm
scared right
sorry.
now.
I really can't.
I just need time to translate it.
Why do we give him the
Of
original
course.
copy?
When can I come by to...
If you'll excuse me, I really must get back to work.
Did he just take this
Just let
paper?
me know when I should be...
Yes. Come back in a
I
day
told
or
you he's
two.
trying to creep me out.
Oh, okay.
He could be an alien
Thank you,
himself.
Professor.
Not a problem. Goodbye.
That was weird. Why was he so upset about the parchment?
Dude, Richard is dumb, man.
Does he know something?
Why did we give him our original copy? Why didn't we scan this and give him like a piece of it? We just gave him that whole evidence. Oh my gosh. And what about this?
Can you tell me anything about these symbols?
Quite striking. But it doesn't look like any human language I've ever seen.
All right. Thanks.
Richard, I can't believe you gave him the original thing.
No time for small talk.
A day or two?
I can't go there when Blake's here.
What? We can't leave? Oh, that's a different way. Oh,
I
we...
better call Judy and have her check him out.
I mean, he's just an artist. He doesn't have a background in being a smart detective or person, so...
Hi, what's up?
Not a smart person,
Hey,
but
Judy.
like
Have you ever
this.
heard of Professor Cornelius Blake?
Doesn't ring a bell.
Look him up if you can.
Already on it. What do you want to know?
looks like a successful academic.
He gonna be
Got
gone,
degrees
disappear
in
through a trap
science,
door or something.
history, literature, a lot of writing credits in journals. Teaches college classes. You don't think he's one of the bad guys, do you?
Yes,
No,
I do.
not really. After I spoke to Crazy Mike, I started poking around and found a piece of parchment with symbols on
I
it.
showed her it. She didn't care.
Turns out it was written in ancient Sumerian.
Okay, and?
And Blake is the only one who can translate the text.
Oh my god, please get to the point. This is so boring.
I found the parchment in an old shack where Crazy Mike made a deal with a man from a secret society. I think they're the ones responsible for these murders.
Okay, I'm back in.
When Blake saw the parchment, he started acting weird. Like he recognized it. Like he knew something.
And we gave him the original document.
Interesting. What do you need from me?
Take a closer look at him. I don't know, try hacking the campus closed-circuit cameras or something.
He's drinking coffee right now. He takes it with milk and 2 sugars.
She did that
Hold
so
on,
fast.
make that 3 sugars.
Wow, you're too good.
You're right. I am too good for you. Stop trying to butter me up.
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Judy. Let me know if anything happens, okay?
Oh god. He's on his 4th pack of sugar. Are those Splendas? Jesus.
Judy.
Yeah. I'll call you if the boring old professor does anything.
Thank you. Let's call it a day. I better get some rest.
It has been a long day, hasn't it? I can't believe we gave him that.
Time for some much-needed rest.
Patricia, dear.
Good morning, sweetheart.
Hey,
You sound tired. You sleep all right?
I guess. Well, actually, there was something I was thinking about last night.
What?
What happened to you back then? You know, when you got all weird and
Patricia.
I never got a straight answer from you. It's been years and I was just a kid. I didn't know what was going on and I've been afraid to ask you. I think about it a lot. You were like a different person. It was scary, but I'm not a kid anymore. Whatever it is, I can handle it.
Why are you so curious now?
What do you mean, why?
Mom
Because she's
mentioned it
older.
the other day, and I started thinking about it again. I know I can be a pain in the ass sometimes, but I love you. We all care about you, even Mom. She worries you're gonna end up as a drug addict or go crazy or something.
You don't have to worry about me. I don't do drugs. And I'm in a much better place now. I just had a bit of a crisis. That's all. It happens sometimes. when
Bruh,
you're
he's being
Like a
so
midlife
crabby right now.
crisis?
God,
When
he
guys have
sucks.
a midlife crisis, they start drinking or gambling or they buy a Porsche. They don't disappear for months.
Yeah,
or
thank you,
years.
smarter
Cut
daughter.
yourself off from
Smarter daughter.
everyone. Even Judy didn't know what happened to you. I still don't see what you saw in her. Smart ass bitch.
Watch your mouth, young lady. Judy was
Look, I don't like Judy
a
either.
good friend of mine.
I'm
Don't
glad
talk
me and
about her
Patricia
like
see eye to
that.
eye.
I'm just glad you're not with her anymore. She was bossy. You never used to let anyone boss you around.
I let you boss me around.
Dude, compare your girlfriend
I'm
to your
allowed
daughter.
to. I'm your daughter. And you're avoiding the question. What happened? Can't you tell me?
Yes, of course. Just not right now. I gotta go, okay, honey?
Yeah, fine. Just trying to talk to the invisible dad.
Bruh.
I'm sorry I haven't seen you much lately. I will
Oh my
soon.
goodness.
I promise. I just need time to figure something out.
You want some more years, dude?
Don't worry, Dad. I'm used to it.
See what I'm
I
talking
have
about?
to do my homework anyway.
I'll talk to you soon.
This guy is so trash.
Yeah,
Let me tell
okay.
you why. He's like, oh, I love my
All right.
daughter. Oh, wait,
Hopefully
he's
Professor
talking.
Blake has done some translating overnight. I should pay him a visit.
I think he said a day or two. He's like, I love my daughter, you know, blah. He wants to spend time and connect with her, trying to be all sweet to her or whatever. But, like, she is really trying here. She's being an adult, really. She's like 15 or something, or I don't know. Trying to emotionally connect with him, really get to the bottom. He had a perfect opportunity to restore their broken relationship after he took 6 years off of her life, being a deadbeat dad, honestly. He could have been honest about his mental health, which is extremely important because kids, I mean, I think it's getting more normalized now, but it's still not. It's still very niche to talk to your kids openly about mental health and things like this. Like, because they the world needs to accept that people get depressed or they have anxiety. Because I feel like only in the last several years has it been normalized where you can like email your boss and be like, I'm taking a mental health day, blah, and people actually take it seriously. Or you don't take a mental health day because, you know, school or whatever. Like, people are like, oh yeah, that's valid. But people keep that stuff like bottled down, or they don't have the vocabulary to express that, so they don't know that they are going through the same thing. Anyways, he could have been like, dear daughter, I was depressed and I didn't know how to handle it and I did everything wrong and I'm so sorry. I got help. I saw a psychiatrist. I saw a therapist, which I don't think he did. But like, he could have said something like that and say he was like, oh, it's just something all adults go through. Like, he's setting her up for failure. Luckily, she's smart enough to call her down on his BS. Like, she even smart enough to know that the girl Judy that he was dating was crap, trash. You know, that's probably what they have in common, because two bad people will absolutely find each other and they'll ignore each other's flaws to be together. And I'm not taking this way too seriously. This is a video game, so let me go play it. Okay. Where are we going? I was gonna save the game, but I don't need to. It's too real. It's too real. Well, yeah, we have to go back to Professor Blake to see if he deciphered those papers. I'm gonna have to go to bed soon. It's 3:30 in the morning and I'm losing it. I'm right about what I'm saying though, but I am losing it just a little. Okay. I don't know why we trusted him, but maybe we can. Oh, what's this?
It looks like a vial with blood and a dry skin sample.
What was he doing over here
I
overnight?
can't just take it. Blake's watching.
It's...
All-around genius Professor Blake.
Oh, come on. And he says that with like kind of some contempt in
Hello,
his voice.
Professor.
Hmm? Oh, it's you.
Were you able to translate the symbols?
You need to give me more time than
He
that.
said he needed like a day or
I'm
two.
sorry. I don't mean to be rude. It's just very important to me.
Well, I'm a very busy man. You'll just have to wait.
When will you have time to translate it?
I don't know. Maybe in a few days.
Can I take it for now then?
Yeah.
I'll bring it back once you have time.
I'm sorry, but I left it at home.
Oh yeah, I'm sure
I
you
see.
did.
All right. No problem. I'll come back another day. I'll let you work for now. Goodbye.
Dude,
Very
Richard
well.
gives me like
Goodbye.
Oh,
anxiety.
Left it at home? My
Yeah.
ass. I bet he's already translated it and he knows something. I need to lure him out of the office and search the place.
Finally, you're catching on, my guy. I know exactly what to do. I can break a building or two and cause a diversion. Let's get over here and start tinkering. Now, he said that he can't open this with his bare little hands. So what do we got? If we put a knife in here, you can't just be touching electrical boxes like that. You can hurt yourself. But let's see what Richard's capable of. Alright, you're him right now? Okay.
I managed to open the breaker box.
Let's flip it. Let's flip it all.
There was a loose wire. I didn't even have to pull very hard on it.
Okay, but it didn't turn off any of the lights.
There's nothing else I can do with it.
Close this so no one knows it was
There's
you.
nothing else I can do with it.
Why are all the lights still on? What was what did that even do?
I have nothing to say to him at the moment.
There was a loose wire?
I don't need that. I haven't got the slightest idea how to use that. Technology was never my thing.
I feel like the
I
lights...
can't go there when...
Okay, wait. What did we just do? Sir? Can you leave this room? He's like, that's all you can do with it? Wait, what? There was a loose wire. The lights are on. Do you see these?
I really don't.
What if we cut some stuff? Oh, it's literally in my pocket. I didn't realize we took a piece of
A
wire.
thin, bendable wire.
Okay, that's interesting.
No, that's not possible.
It's possible to me.
I don't think that's gonna work.
What about hydrogen peroxide?
Pouring hydrogen peroxide on that won't help.
Good. Okay, why do we have this?
I can't reattach the wire. Hopefully no one notices.
Why did we just do that? Can we cut more pieces of wire?
The box is already open.
Oh, could we have used our scissors? What do we have this wire for? Are we gonna shock him with it? Oh, maybe we could put it in that microwave and blow it up. That's what I'm thinking. It's not a microwave, but it looks
I'd
like
rather
one.
not.
Dude, you have no fun.
I don't think that's gonna work.
Can we electrocute him?
Can you tell me anything about this?
Oh, I thought we were about to.
No, I
I
can't.
thought we were about to just
Now,
straight up
if you'll
shock him.
excuse me,
You just
I'm
ask him
quite
what it
busy.
is. Why don't we take this, Richard?
I don't think that's gonna. No, that's not possible.
Oh wait, he said there was a blood vial over here. I don't know.
I'd rather not.
Richard,
No,
why do we have this wire?
I don't want to.
I'd rather not.
Okay, so I thought we were on the same page. We're not. We're not on the same page yet. He says he needs to create a distraction so that Dr. Blake here, whoever he is, leaves this office. We took a piece of wire. Oh wait, there's something else on the bulletin board.
Here's a new one. I'm not able to attend today's lecture. My colleague, Mr. Smith, will take over. In case of any problems,
we can
please
just
contact
call
me on
him.
my cell, 555-698-4777. Sincerely, Professor Cornelius Blake.
We can be like, sir, I don't know anything about him to fake. Okay, let's call him. We got a new number in our phone. We'll stand right here, too.
Professor Cornelius Blake?
I say it like that.
My name is Jason Truman, one of your bio students. Something terrible happened in the classroom. Please, Professor, we need your help.
I'll be there as soon as I can.
Wouldn't he recognize
Thank you,
his student's
Professor.
name? Is that one of his students' names?
It worked like a charm. Now I just need to find a place to hide.
You gotta be kidding me. Okay, he's gonna do it on his own. That is so dumb. Like, how do we know that name? I don't think it was on the bulletin board. Wouldn't he be like, there's no Jason Blah in my class? Of course he's gonna lock the door. I don't know what it is about that doctor, but he scares me.
What can I say?
Hurry up, we don't have time.
The door is closed.
For real? He didn't say it was locked. Can we pick it with this wire? Guess so.
I unlocked the door.
Magic. Who knew? Okay.
All right, I don't have much time. I'll look around quickly and get out of here. It looks like a note.
What is it?
Look at that. He actually translated the symbols.
It'd be so great if he had a smartphone, which he is capable of having in this world, but doesn't. And he could just take a picture of it, so, you know.
It translated Sumerian symbols.
Dagger, man, blood, big hand, demon, mountains, temple, god, goblet, snake, create, sun, cattle, cut, mouth, transform, water, dwell, darkness. Oh, okay. Like, yeah, now I understand. Wonderful. We just took it? Can we go in his room?
It's locked.
Let's use our wire trick again, dude. Look at the music they're playing. No professor knows all the students in their lectures. Well, I was thinking, because he's like a renowned professor, that maybe it's a small class, you know? Not like one of those 100-student lectures. But you're right. There is probably too many to know. He said, what did he say? This doesn't work?
I can't open the door with that.
Maybe we can find a key somewhere. He has all these drawers. Get in there. Look around.
Just student research in here.
From top and bottom? Because this game does that.
Just
He's moving a little slow for me.
paperwork. Nothing useful.
In both the drawers?
My clothes aren't expensive.
Well, if you would move.
Just paper.
Alright, just paperwork. I feel like, what is this?
I'll just borrow this.
Okay.
I don't need
What did we borrow? A picture of his wife? Who is this?
a picture of a young woman. Maybe Blake's daughter. Wait a minute. There's
Oh,
a key hidden in the back of the frame.
nice. Convenient. Yeah, if it's a seminar with a few post-grad students or something like that.
A key I found in the picture frame. I wonder what it opens. Blake must be hiding something.
He's not trustworthy.
I unlock the door.
I love the announcements he makes. Oh, this is a creepy little room.
Just some university textbooks. Nothing I'm interested in.
This could be a secret
I
door.
don't need any of those. It looks like a notebook.
Okay, what does it say?
This appears to be Blake's diary. Or more of a work journal than a personal diary. Wow, it's incredibly detailed. Psychiatry, biology, anthropology. This guy studies everything. Let me see if there's anything helpful in here. This guy really knows his stuff. He's been working on 3 huge projects simultaneously. You have to admit his genius. This section seems focused on biology, even some history. He's very interested in Iran. I wonder what for. An old Sumerian civilization?
That's where ancient Mesopotamia was.
So this is why he was interested in my parchment. Let's see. Student biology research, homework assignments. What's this? Here's something written in red. It says, Metaphobia?
That's the name of the game.
What the hell is that? It seems to be Blake's personal project. Some kind of independent research. Judging by the highlighted text, it looks important. Whoa. This is strange. Superior race taking over? Telepathic communication?
That's what I'm talking about. I mentioned that earlier.
Delusions, insomnia? What is this? This doesn't look like a university project. There are lots of symbols similar to those from the parchment. Are my symbols somehow related to his research? This is why Blake acted so strangely when I showed him the parchment. According to this, he not only knows about this secret society, he's also working on exposing them. Blake either went crazy, or he's onto something big.
Like he went crazy?
Why would someone with his IQ believe in a conspiracy theory?
This guy...
What if, just maybe, Crazy Mike wasn't that crazy after all?
I never thought he was crazy.
His delusions and hallucinations might have been caused by something Blake is trying to uncover. Reptilians. What the hell are reptilians? Some kind of lizard cult or something?
This is getting very
Here
interesting.
He's drawn sketches of humanoids. They're like lizard-human mutants. Come on. Does Blake really believe in this? And how is this connected to the deaths of all those politicians? And what is metaphobia? Here's something. According to Blake, it's a phenomenon when one's mind changes as a result of high telekinetic frequencies. This phenomenon is often mistaken for schizophrenia, but Blake sought to prove the existence of metaphobia. His primary patient was a man named Stuart Winkelstein. He was diagnosed with schizophrenia, but Blake was convinced he suffered from metaphobia. Wait a minute. This name rings a bell.
This is a name you
Stuart
would never forget.
Winkelstein. I remember now. He was a successful politician from a different political party than my father's, but he had similar goals. Like all the other victims. There's a weird connection between these cases. But what does it all mean? Stuart Winkelstein mysteriously disappeared more than 7 years ago, and Blake couldn't find out what happened to him. According to Blake, this lizard cult somehow screws with people's minds in order to control them. In most cases, the human mind is too fragile to withstand the pressure, and they suffer from metaphobia. Long story short, they become delusional and go mad because of the high level of unnatural frequencies in their brains. When someone suffers from metaphobia, they are highly delusional. They suffer from hallucinations and tend to claim that he or she knows that the human race is doomed. He also mentions a museum in Iran called the Shant-Magorian Museum. Apparently the only one in the world that has an exhibition about mysticism in Sumerian culture.
Is this a real place?
There aren't many details, but he highlighted Sumer and Iran. He's also sketched a few symbols.
I just realized,
which
oh
are
my
very
gosh.
similar to the ones I gave him. And what is this? He claims there is a book in this Iranian museum that details old Sumerian culture and their connection to this cult. The book is called The Draconium. Sounds demonic. He wrote, "The Draconium is the answer."
You can give me a
Right
little too
underneath
much
the
information at
text.
once right now for 3:30 in the
This
morning.
must be really important. What
Hanging
the hell
on.
is going on?
I have a lot
This
of
has
comments.
to be connected to my father's death. But a cult? A secret society? Why would they want my father dead? He also mentioned some kind of secret island, but there isn't much information. I should check out the museum Blake mentions in this journal.
You gonna fly to Iran?
It must have some information about all this madness. Man, this case is getting out of hand. I better take this journal with me.
So we're okay. I mean, we're already a thief, but hold on a second, Lordy. What the what? Okay, you said that this looks like straight up Clock Tower. Is that another point and click game? Very horror-ish. This one got eerie like all of a sudden. I was kind of like, what's going on? At first it was kind of like mysterious, like trying to find our dad's murderer kind of thing. And then now it's just gone like a complete 180, which I was waiting for because the title screen of this game depicts like ancient Mesopotamian art that I'm like used to seeing just around the world of the internet. And I was like, how is this tied into the game? And then all of a sudden they started talking about they started off really slowly. It's actually pretty good when you really think about it. So this game deals with a lot of conspiracy theories. If you're not familiar with conspiracy theories, they're gonna sound insane. I have researched some of them. The lizard thing is a common one. I've heard different reasons for why. I have no idea where that conspiracy theory ever came from. But like I was talking about earlier, the show American Horror Story, one of their newest seasons deals exactly with this, which is really odd because they not only deal with aliens, but they also deal with lizard people in one season. And I was like shocked seeing it, like because aliens was for forever a long time conspiracy theory, like the Roswell, New Mexico thing, like was like a conspiracy theory. And I don't know where this game is going, but gosh, what was my point? It's so much to take in and process. Like even the concept of metaphobia. I was talking about this earlier. Not metaphobia specifically, because I didn't actually know there was a word for this. But the idea that people who are schizophrenic are not necessarily just like mentally ill, but that they can access alternate realities, and that's what makes them have a hard time functioning here, or like they're in multiple universes at once, which is why they're able to see different things. But the idea that their minds are like this and they see hallucinations because of something like what sensitivity to high frequencies. What did he say? I don't know. I feel like it goes with what I was saying, but I'm losing my mind right now. What else does this guy talk about that I needed to comment on? Oh, he was talking about Sumer and Iran. And that is the first time I ever realized that Sumerian is Sumer and Iran basically merged together. And Iran is the site, that area, the whole area is ancient Mesopotamia. There's so much we don't know in this world. I don't know about the lizards, dude. That was kind of like, but the aliens, I don't know. How are they different things at once? It's too much, Richard. It's too much for me. I love it all. I love it all. I wish I was slightly more awake so I could really appreciate what the heck just happened. But we're gonna walk away. I wonder then, is he testing someone's blood? Like, is this alien blood? Can we look at this?
Blood and skin samples. I better take it.
Richard's taking everything now. How long is homeboy gonna be gone? Let's look at this.
Blood and skin samples I found in Blake's office. I should take a closer look at them. But how? And where?
All of a sudden, Richard the Painter is an investigative journalist, a detective, an explorer, an ancient researcher, and now a scientist. He's
I'd
all
like
of
to take
it.
a closer look at these samples, but I don't know how to use that microscope. I'll need to find another way to analyze them.
I don't know how to use that microscope either.
Why would I do such a thing?
I don't know, Richard. You're the one who said you need to analyze them.
No, that's not possible.
I don't want to put that in there.
Okay, what else? Can we open these cabinets?
Just more lab equipment in there, I guess.
So he doesn't know how to use this microscope,
Just more lab equipment.
but he wants to analyze this stuff.
I don't need that. I don't need that.
When you become the protagonist, you become all those things. I'll just add it to my repertoire, put it on my resume. If anybody wants to hire me, I can do it all. You'd be surprised.
Damn, I can't find any information about these samples in Blake's diary.
That was a good guess for me, though. What if there's the word blood is in this Akkadian, it's not Akkadian, whatever Sumerian language thing.
Why would I do such a thing?
Because it says the word blood on it.
Blood and skin samples I found.
I can't find any notes about these translated symbols in Blake's diary.
No, that's not possible.
We're not leaving here until we look at this blood.
I don't want to contaminate the samples.
Smart, smart.
I'd rather not.
He doesn't know how to use this.
I don't really know how to use that. I don't want to break it.
Is there like a baby microscope we can use?
I don't need that.
Is that for kids?
I haven't got the slightest idea. I don't need that.
We probably will after we set this lab on fire on
I don't
accident.
need that.
Wow, so he can't even use this. How are we gonna test this blood?
I'd like to take a closer.
Find another way to analyze these because he doesn't know how to use this microscope. We can Google about it, I guess. So should we just leave? We're gonna take his wife's picture with us?
A picture of a young woman.
Should we not put this back?
I don't want to give this back just yet. I still need it.
What?
I don't want to put that.
I didn't mean to do that. Okay, can we use the glass as like
I can't just do
a
that.
slide? No? Should we leave? I wonder if there's anything I can miss in this game. Okay, well, how long is he gonna be gone? I wonder if I can go back to the library and research this. I don't have another laboratory. Judy, is there a way you can have this blood tested? Do you know anybody who's in DNA? Judy is an ex-cop. Listen, Richard is a recovering, how you say, philanderer. He had a spell of cheating because he was depressed. Cheated on Judy here. So it's kind of a sore subject. I want to see if I just show her this picture. Judy, what do you think of this lady?
Do you recognize this person?
No, sorry.
That's it? Judy, can you help me analyze this blood? Do you know a DNA specialist? Forensic specialist?
What do you think about these?
What is that?
They're a blood and skin sample.
Ew, God, Richard. Why do you have that?
Yeah, what?
I found it in Blake's office.
And you think this is what, a clue?
Maybe.
Well, good luck. I'm not touching that.
I need to have this DNA'd. Look at this journal I found, Judy.
This is fascinating. I found Blake's personal journal.
Blake is gonna
It's
have the
mostly
police called on
academic
me in a
research, but
heartbeat.
There's a section that
I'm
details
definitely a
bizarre
criminal.
theory. If it's true, he claims he can prove the existence of reptilians.
Reptilians?
Yeah. Blake writes they're an alien race of humanoid lizards that supposedly control the world.
This is...
You don't actually believe this, do you?
I'm-
No, I mean, it's crazy, right? He claims that these reptilians use their telepathic powers to enter our minds. They control us like puppets.
I gotta do something
But
else
not
before I go to
everyone's
bed.
brain is capable of receiving telepathic frequencies. Some people just go insane and doctors diagnose them
Dude,
as
did I
schizophrenic.
say this?
And
I
Blake believes this?
I said
Wow.
this.
Just goes to show you.
Not the lizard
you never
part.
truly know a person
Okay,
until
'cause
you
I-
read their
that's-
creepy secret diary.
It's got some kind of offensive, there's an offensive conspiracy theory tied to the reptilian one that I shan't not mention here, so it's kind of touchy to me. But like the schizophrenia thing, the mental illness thing, I'm all aboard that because that was like a personal belief I just had. I can't believe I'm hearing it in a video game. Let me save it just in case. I can't go to bed until I find out where his blood come from. What do you think of this key, Judy?
Can you tell me anything about this?
Looks like a normal key. What else can I say?
Okay. Judy, look it. He deciphered these words. Judy, what do you think of these words that have been deciphered?
I managed to translate the symbols I found in the hut.
He didn't translate them.
ancient
He had
Sumerian.
them translated.
Know anything about that?
Sorry, buddy.
I think these people use Sumerian as a form of secret communication.
Doesn't make much sense. Why wouldn't they make up their own code? That way nobody can decrypt it.
Okay, Judy, you're not giving me real hints. That's fine. Where can I get this blood tested? There's got to be somewhere in the lab. But let me go back to... Okay, I'm not supposed to tell my daughter anything about my investigation. The librarian has been kind of helpful. Look at these have been deciphered. Like, she knew what it was.
Look at this. I was able to translate those
She
Sumerian
wasn't able to
symbols
translate
I
it,
showed
though.
you earlier.
How interesting. I wish I knew more ancient languages.
Me
I
too.
know a little Latin, but that's all.
That's my dream job, which I don't get to talk about enough. I don't know if anybody knows this who's here, but I have a bachelor's degree in religious studies. And I studied the only ancient, semi-ancient language I studied was Biblical Hebrew, which is modern now. But my dream I was taking Biblical Hebrew so I could learn Aramaic. Okay? I wanted so bad to be a person that deciphered like ancient text. That is my dream job. One of my many. If you've been to my streams long enough, I have too many dreams. But like, I just love it. Like that mystery of it all. National Treasure did something to my brain, as well as Above, So Below. It like, I mean, I wanted to be a paleontologist in fourth grade. That was what I just love ancient dead things. I always have, always will. Something about it is so like timeless and mysterious. And somehow I feel like whatever you uncover is somehow like so beneficial for the world. It's like we're all connected somehow. I don't know how, but that's what I would find out. Okay. At least the librarian can appreciate what I have deciphered. Does she know a scientist who can help me figure out this blood sample?
Excuse me.
Can you
tell
imagine?
me anything
I'm
about
showing her
this?
blood and skin samples.
I'm afraid not, dear.
Isn't it fascinating? I love it. I love knowledge. I love history. I literally showed her blood and skin. Do you know who this is, lady?
Excuse me. Can you tell me anything
He's
about
not a
this?
shy protagonist, this
I'm
guy.
afraid not.
All right. Not afraid of the police getting called on him or anything.
Excuse me.
I'm
Yeah, okay. She's not gonna know anything like that. That's cool though. We got to show her the like translated text.
I don't need the computer right now.
All right. So far, this is the first part where I've been slightly stuck, but I think it has more to do with the time and the lack of brain neurons firing off for me right
I
now.
don't think that's gonna work.
Let's call it that. Let's make an excuse. Okay, library, no research happening. I think there's got to be something at the laboratory that I'm missing. Every time I pop by your stream, you're playing the most interesting investigation games. Yeah, I've been lucky with finding a bevy of them. Like I'm still playing Sherlock. I haven't finished it yet, but I love mysteries, you know. And oh yeah, and I was playing also like I think what's it called? Indiana Jones. That was a very tough game. Very very challenging puzzles in that game. But it's not a it's definitely like just happening. I roll the dice to pick the next games I'm gonna play, and it just so happen to be like these kinds of games. Obviously, my RPG games are not done yet, but these shorter point and click games, I keep rolling the dice on them, and the plot is, oh, where's my dad? Help me investigate my dad and this ancient thing and this ancient thing. So it's cool for me, but it's like kind of funny. Like they're all kind of like that right now. You said I studied endogmenistic for a semester. Oh my gosh. Do you see how I read that? Please call the police. I studied Indo-Germanistic for a semester. Because I wanted to learn Sanskrit and read the Veda. But my language background is not large enough to manage. If you don't already know at least a couple of languages, it's incredibly hard to keep up. Oh my gosh. Indo-Germanistic. That's so interesting. I forget like Indian languages are like Indo something, Indo-Urine. Lord. I need to be fined every time I try to talk past 3 in the morning. Like isn't it Indo-European or something? Indo something? Oh wait, okay wait. To learn Sanskrit and read the Veda. You know, I took one class about Hinduism, And all I learned about was like the different diets, how what you eat, depending on like your personality type or something, what kind of foods you need to eat or something like this. And also I learned that the Veda is it's like an oral history passed down, and it wasn't originally notated. And I think that's amazing because we had to learn about that, and like the belief system, it's so complex. And I mean, it was one class. I barely tapped the surface on that, but that is so cool. Maybe you were a detective in your past life. Oh, I believe it. I absolutely believe it. Plus, even when I do my birth chart, it says like I, according to my birth chart, the job that I would be the best at is a detective. And I made a comment before when I was playing Sherlock that I actually wanted to be an investigative journalist, but I know that I would be really good at it and uncover too much and get my family killed. And I'm not even joking, even though that sounds so crazy. It is so true. So I didn't do that. I gave up that dream. But I still like, I think about it a lot. And just studying ancient languages is a way for me to investigate something that hopefully wouldn't be so top secret that my family would have to be taken out or anything like that. But yeah, I learned some of the Gothic language. What is the Gothic language? There's so many languages. Sorry, that's Indo-European. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Oh my gosh. The Indo-European language tree is called Indo-Germanistic in Germany. That is so cool. That is such I've never seen that word in my life, but it makes sense. Oh, I love that you both are. I'm pretty sure you both are on the UK, not in the UK, but like you're not in America, in the USA. And when I stream at this hours, I meet people from all over. I mean, when you stream anytime, you meet people from all over the world, and that's one of my favorite things. Like, I can learn so much through just these like small moments. Oh, that is so cool. Then wouldn't it be great if we could all study together? I wanted to study abroad. I wanted to study abroad, but I didn't. And that because I was like, I want to graduate as fast as possible, so I didn't. And I was like, I'll travel later. I only traveled a little bit, but I'd love to travel to like see different libraries and stuff. There's just too much. It's too much in the world that's interesting, and there's not enough time. There's not enough time. But yeah, thank you guys for this interesting conversation. uh this is great. This will help my dream so I don't dream about aliens and reptiles. That would be so scary. I had a crazy dream last night, but it wasn't super scary. I had a dream about like a cyclone and like thunder and stuff like that, but it ended well. But I don't want to dream about monsters. Okay, wait, how am I gonna get this blood deciphered? Do we need to do it immediately? There's really nowhere else we can go. Maybe I missed something in his secret side room. I don't think I did though. It's a pretty empty room.
No need to touch that.
Like, why do we even have access
Looks
to it?
like Blake has a second secret workstation.
Secret workstation.
I don't need to put that.
We can't open any of the cabinets. He doesn't know what this machine is. He doesn't know how to use this microscope.
I've always been fascinated by microscopes. There's so much that our eyes can't see.
He said it looks like a
This
microwave.
machine almost looks like a microwave to me.
It's not a microwave.
Struggling with your bio research? Struggling with your bio research?
Okay, wait.
Let me do it for
Oh,
you.
wait.
Available for all types of research. Price is negotiable. 555-213.
That is gotta be new.
Brian Kosloff.
He's the one who's gonna help us. Brian Kosloff.
Somebody wrote, "We don't need no it." Here's a new one.
Oh, okay. Yes, I didn't realize I could click on these individual notes. Okay. So many games, I'll never run out of a game to play. It'll just keep happening. And they'll all be interesting and we'll all learn. I love historical fiction. Like, also nonfiction. I love it when I can actually learn something for real. Like, it doesn't have to be something I can use. I just love stuff, But like ancient stuff, that's my bread and butter. Also, anything that's mystical, it's not real. Do you know what I mean? Like, spiritual stuff. Like, I love mythology. It's not real. Do you know what I mean? Like, I love, like, cryptids and stuff like this. Magic. I love it. Like that. I'm a fantasy girl. Alright. Brian! We need to call him. We're gonna hire this PhD student. Help us.
Better not.
What? What do you mean better not, dude? Oh, that's Blake. Because Brian, it starts with a B. Koslov. He has as many numbers in his phone as me. Brian, how good are you at deciphering blood and skin samples? I'm just a strange man who found your number.
Hi, I'm calling about the note you posted in the university.
Oh, yeah. What do you need help with?
I have a blood and skin sample I need processed. Would you be able to help?
Yeah, no problem. It'll cost you between 50 and $100, depending on what kind of research we're talking about.
That's fine.
I don't even
I'm
know.
not on campus right now. Can you meet me in the city library?
Oh yeah,
Sure, no problem.
I know the library like the back of
Cool.
my hand.
See you soon.
Goodbye.
Brian sounds very young. He didn't even question where the blood and skin came from. But you know what is actually good? We need more young people like Brian because there is a backlog of rape kits that have not been tested. Okay? And if we had more people like volunteering who actually know what they're doing, I feel like that could be very helpful. Sorry if I said that without a trigger warning. Hey Brian, oh, you want to see some of my skin? Brian's down between 50 and $100. No questions. I was in college once or twice. I understand. Trying to make some extra money.
This must be that guy Kosloff that I spoke to earlier on the phone.
Kosloff, what's up? My name is Richard.
Hi, are you Brian Kosloff?
The one and only. You the guy who called before?
Yeah.
So what can I do for
He's
you?
gonna study the blood right here in the library. It's gonna make a mess. And we only have a little bit. You know, you gotta be careful with your samples so you don't run out of like having enough to like actually test.
I'd like some research done on these blood and skin samples. I want to know everything there is to know about them. Blood type, skin tone, age, everything. And let me know if you find anything out of the ordinary. Diseases, chemicals.
It might not even
whatever it
be
might
human blood. How do we know?
All right, I'll give it a shot. It'll cost you $100.
Richard is way too trusting because let me tell you something that's real. First of all, he finds this ancient Sumerian text. He gives it to some random guy to decipher. He gives him the original document. Okay? He finds this random jar of blood and skin. He gives them to some young guy. These people could easily be like, hello, government? Look at what I found. Blah. Do you know, or like, what if the kid's trying to make a quicker buck than $100? What if he's like, this is non-human blood, never before discovered before. Like, I can really make a lot of money. I'm just saying, like, he's too trusting with his only samples. Okay, how long did he say he's gonna take?
Brian Kosloff.
How
I
long is he?
shouldn't bother him with useless chit-chat.
Wait, I wasn't. Oh my gosh, how long are you gonna take,
I
sir?
don't need the computer right now.
I wasn't really listening. Okay, so should I?
Man, I haven't...
Do I should give him his journal?
Here.
Why am I giving him
What
this?
is that? Look, if you want me to research something, you gotta cough up
Oh,
the money first.
Money. Thank you. See? Brian is straightforward. He doesn't play games with me. Here you go, sir.
Pleasure doing business with you. I'll call you tomorrow.
Thank you very much.
Have a nice day.
You don't go missing now, Brian. You hear me?
Someone is calling me.
In the library, you got the ringer on.
Hey, Judy.
Ridiculous.
Richard, something terrible has just happened.
What are you talking about?
You know the biology professor you asked me to watch? Professor Cornelius Blake?
Yeah, who I robbed?
Yeah, what happened?
He's just been killed.
Oh my gosh. That could be
What?
us.
That can't be. I just spoke to him.
I don't know what happened, but please keep your eyes open.
I can't believe it. Keep me updated if you hear anything else.
I will.
What's going on? What happened to Professor Blake?
He was murdered.
If they were onto him, they may be onto me as well.
I'm surprised they're not. I've been
I should
everywhere.
lay low for now. These people could be anywhere. I don't even know who they are. I'll go home and rest. This is getting intense.
Dun dun dun. Okay, we are the main suspects. Absolutely. Absolutely. And now we potentially got the young man Brian killed. This guy, Richard, not a smart guy, but I'll give him credit in that he didn't know about these conspiracy theories. But for people who do know, they're dangerous conspiracy theories. These are the type of things that you will go missing over because they don't want these ancient secrets out, you know? Also, if it is aliens, maybe they don't want to be discovered, their secret alien society. And I feel like you could be being watched at any given time. We don't have any idea what kind of alien technology is really out there. And if the beings themselves are technology, if the beings themselves are telepathic, there's nowhere to hide, nowhere to run to. Okay, I gotta go lay low. I should go somewhere else. Like if I go home, I can also risk the life of my little baby daughter. I'm gonna go talk to Judy. I'm getting everybody killed. Judy,
I have nothing to say to her at the moment.
never mind. We're gonna go take a nap and we're gonna sleep off this incident.
All this commotion about Professor Blake has me exhausted. I should call it a day.
He's so calm. Almost nothing phases him.
Good morning, honey. How are you?
Bored. I hate this city. There's nothing to do. I don't know anyone. How can you live here?
It's a city, Patricia. There are a million things you can do. When I finish my work, I'll take you out and show you all the great things the city has to offer. We'll go to a museum or an art exhibition, like we used to.
All she wants is the truth from you,
When
guy.
you finish your work, you always have work. Mysterious secret work you won't tell anyone about.
I'll tell you once it's all sorted out.
Does this have something to do with Grandpa's death?
What? How do you know that?
I can just tell. You're kind of easy to read, you know that? Is there a problem with the inheritance? You should talk to Mom if you need money.
I don't need money. It has nothing to do with that. It's something else related to your grandfather. I'll explain everything when the time comes.
Wow, Gandalf with the cryptic messages.
Gandalf.
Whatever. Keep your secret. I don't care.
Keep your
I gotta go
secrets.
study for a test. God, I can't wait for winter break.
Well, if you get good grades, I'll take you out somewhere nice for your break.
I always get good grades.
And I'm proud of you for that.
Yeah, okay, bye.
I'm still mad at him
Someone's calling me.
for not telling her the truth. Oh, was it
Brian?
Brian?
Hey, I did some research into those samples you gave me. If it's okay, can we meet again at the library?
Perfect. I'll head over there in a few minutes.
Great. I'm here now. See you soon.
Dang, he's already at the library? Oh my gosh! Is that how you spell mystery? I can't tell right now. Mystery blood. Brian, what have you discovered? We should also be like, hey, Brian, you should be, maybe take a few days off, like take a holiday somewhere. We're gonna get your daughter in danger and killed. I'm mad at him for not involving his daughter. No! No, make up your mind, Saru. No. We're not supposed to tell her about the investigation. That's a secret. We're never gonna tell her that. But she asked us a very real question. So, backstory about Richard. For those just getting in, Richard's an artist. He's a cool guy, except he's not a great guy. Okay, he's a human guy. He was suffering from depression. Most of us can relate to a little depression. But what he did wasn't really that great. He decided that he was going to cheat on his girlfriend multiple times and then completely ghost her for 6 years. 6 years. Also, not just his girlfriend, but everyone. So he also didn't talk to his daughter for 6 years. And I think she's like 15 now. I don't know how old she is, but she was a child, right? So she was like, Dad, whatever happened to 6 years ago or whatever, like, or that time, that years where you weren't around, blah, whatever. She was like, what was going on with that? And this was a chance for him to open up and have a connection with her, because the whole game he's like, I love my daughter, this and this, and like wanted to bond with her, and she's being sassy to him. She's just very standoffish with him because he hasn't even been in her life. And he, instead of using this opportunity to open up, he was like, oh, it's no big deal, something all adults go through, it's just a little crisis, and she called him out on his crap. She's like, no, blah 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 blah. Anyways, she's more emotionally intelligent and mature. Not intelligent necessarily, but mostly more emotionally mature than her dad. Because I think personally it's important to talk to your kids about mental health. Because what if she goes through something like that, or one of her friends? She's not going to know the vocabulary or how to deal with it. He obviously hasn't found the way to express it. He only just recently told Judy because he needed her help. You know, he had to apologize and tell her the truth of where he had been for the last 6 years. Anyways, that's what I meant. Not about. She's never gonna know about the investigation. At least that's what he wants. But he could have told her about his mental health. I feel just because he was absent out of her life for so long. So
Hello.
Brian,
So what did you find out?
Look, man, I don't know what kind of weird shit you're into, but I
see,
don't want to be a part of it.
smart man, Brian.
What do you mean?
Don't play stupid. The blood is half human
I told
DNA
you,
and
I told
half
you.
some kind of lizard DNA. The skin has scales like a fish or a snake, but not like any animal I've ever seen.
I told you.
Are you serious?
Who are you? You doing some kind of secret government test on humans?
No, you don't
That's messed up, man. It's not right. Just take it and leave. If anyone asks, we never met. Got it?
Brian is so
I'm outta
smart.
here.
He did like this is the smartest thing
really
you could
getting
do.
Strange. Could this secret society be experimenting with lizard DNA? I'm not sure where to look next. Professor Blake mentioned a mysterious island in his journal. but
Yeah,
it doesn't say
Brian
where
said he
it
wanted to go
is.
to not Brian.
That's the
Richard
only
said he
clue
wanted to
I've
go to
got
the
right now.
museum.
I guess I have to book a flight to Iran to check that museum out.
His dad must have had a fat inheritance. He's like, I guess I'll just go to a different country, you know, and see what this is. I mean, he's an artist. He's a full-time artist, I assume, and he's just like taking time off. 1 second, please. I don't know why I just drank that water. Because I'm gonna actually save the game right here. We're going to Iran, dude. That is I mean, I would love to go to Iran. Absolutely. But I have to go to bed because it's 4:15 in the morning. I want to keep playing this game. I thought, like, I don't know. It's not a long game based on what I read. But for me, you can always add 1 to 2 hours to any game time, 1 to 30 hours, depending, because how much I talk. I love this game so much, honestly. I love it so much. It's so unique. I love how, like, the play style and the art, the music. Even some of the voice acting is pretty good. Not too bad. I have to say, I love the story. I love where we're going. The story's getting crazy. We're going to Iran.